it's the long Easter weekend and many will be taking long road trips. Traffic volumes have been increasing since yesterday. Let's get the latest now from Simon Zwane from the Road Traffic Management Corporation. Mr. Zwane, thank you very much for your time here on ENCA. Let's start first of all with how many vehicles we've been seeing, going through our tolls, especially the N1 and N3, which I think are the busiest.
Yeah, the roads are fairly busy. It's nothing compared to what we are used to. It seems there are fewer people traveling, but it's still very busy on the roads. There are no congestions at this point. Traffic is moving smoothly. There are more than 1,000 vehicles moving out of Gauteng to KwaZulu-Natal on the Tihoek Plaza. The plaza also on the N1 going to Polokwane is also fairly busy, and so are the roads going to Mpumalanga and to the northwest.
I know that there's
traffic has peaked now.
Apologies for that. You can continue.
I'm saying traffic has peaked now, and would want to advise people to really make the opportunity of traveling while there's sufficient light to avoid accidents and to reach their destination while it is still safe to do so.
I know that there's still going to be some investigations done before you release the statistics, the Easter long weekend statistics with the minister later on this month or next month. But do you have any idea what we can attribute the less traffic that we're seeing? Because earlier you started your answer by saying it's nothing compared to what we've seen before. I believe the N3 at some point used to be 2,500 vehicles per hour. You're saying it's about 1,000 now. Do you have any idea what we can attribute less travel to? I mean, we're out of the state of disaster, so I would have assumed people were going to take the opportunity to travel.
Yeah, we are out of the state of disaster, but many churches have not asked their people to come for the normal Easter services. Particularly, the ZCC is not going to be having the Easter worship, and other big churches. We think that has got an effect on the traveling patterns. But probably also the steep increase in petrol and diesel prices is having a dampening effect on the people's plans for this Easter.
Absolutely. I think you're right, Mr. Zwane. Looking at the roads so far, what can you tell us? I know, this is usually such a gory, it's usually not nice to share such information, but any accidents on our roads so far?
Yeah, we have had one big accident on the N1 in the Western Cape, where a bus and a minibus vehicle collided early hours, and there were 11 confirmed deaths so far. We've sent a team from the RTMC to the scene to start with the investigations, and we will know the exact cause once the investigations have been concluded. And there's been another one in Mpumalanga, where 4 people died when 2 minibus taxis collided head-on, also in the early hours of the morning. And that will also be subjected to further investigations to determine the exact causes.
I don't know, Mr. Zwane, maybe the RTMC as well as the Minister of Transport are hoping that the statistics in terms of deaths and accidents on our roads would be a bit less. Usually when you release the statistics in previous years, because of the fact that the Easter long weekend coincided with the end of the month or the 25th, payday type stuff, you saw the numbers increase. So this time, because it's not a lot of people who've been paid, maybe we can be hopeful to see less in terms of statistics?
Yes, we are planning for less. We always plan to save as many lives as possible. So we think that the dynamics that we are referring to will also come in and assist us in ensuring that we see fewer numbers of people who are dying on the roads. But we are impressed with the conduct of many drivers up to so far. From yesterday to now, they've been behaving very well. We have not had many instances of drunken driving. Had one instance of one driver who was driving at 206 kilometers an hour on the N1 in Mokopane, and was arrested. But apart from that, we are not seeing overloading. We are seeing a very good behavior. We would want to encourage more people to behave in the same way so that we can avoid these unnecessary crashes and fatalities on the roads.
Just lastly, Mr. Zwane, KZN, very quickly from the RTMC, how difficult is the situation there making your jobs right now?
Yeah, the situation there is complicated because there are bridges that have collapsed. Some of the roads are not passable, and we would want to advise people to remain really on the national roads when traveling, particularly in that province, and avoid using back routes and provincial routes which may have potholes and all of that. But particularly of great importance for people to avoid trying to cross flooded bridges because the water might be flowing very fast and may wash away vehicles. So we would really want to avoid those kinds of incidents.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning, Mr. Simon Zwane. He's the spokesperson of the Road Traffic Management Corporation.